to show you how to teach a class building the Lego amusement park ride. All right, so let's get started. Now, before I start building, okay, I like to ask the students if they have been on any amusement park rides. Okay, and most of them, if they can think about Disneyland or even Delmore Fair or Carnival at their school, most of them can think of at least one amusement park ride they've been on. And I ask them if it was fast, and they say yes, and was it fun, and they say yes, and was it tall, and they say yes, and I say those are all great. But I want you to imagine that you were standing in line to go on that ride, and you were looking at the support beams on that amusement park ride, and you noticed that some of the screws were loose, or the support beams were wobbling. Okay, would you want to go on that ride if you did not feel it was safe? And almost every student will always say, no, I do not want to go on that ride. Okay, so I like to let them know that our goal for our amusement park ride that we're going to build is that it needs to be fast, it needs to be fun, and most importantly, it needs to be safe, or else no one is going to want to ride on it. Okay, now the first part that we need to build a safe amusement park ride is a sturdy foundation. So to do that, we're going to take our long red rectangle of holes, and we're going to attach it onto our green base plate. We're going to take two red rectangle bricks like this. We're going to attach those together, and we're going to put them right in the middle of our long red rectangle. Okay? And then we're going to take our long green axle, and we're going to put it in that hole right there. Now, usually we want our axles to be able to spin, right? Like when we're building a car or a spin top launcher. But for this project, we do not want this to be able to spin. We need it to be fixed in that position. So to do that, okay, we can use this lever piece. Okay, and this lever, we have a lot of uses for it, but today the use we're going to do is we're going to flip it upside down, and we're going to slide it right down the axle and into this hole. So it looks like that. And now this axle is fixed. It cannot spin anymore. This lever has locked it into place. Okay. Oh, I forgot to introduce Sam and Sarah. We're always building our projects for our characters, right? So we're building this amusement park ride for Sam and Sarah because they saw an amusement park ride at their school carnival, and it was super fun, and they wanted to build their own. Okay? Sorry, Sam and Sarah, I totally forgot to introduce you. Very rude of me. Okay, now we have our long green axle. It's locked in place with our lever. The next thing we're going to add is two long yellow bricks like this. Now we want to make sure that when we add these that it's in the middle, because if we do it like this, that's going to be unbalanced and it is not going to be a safe ride. So I like to have the students count how many holes there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 holes, and that means that we need to count 5 on each side. Okay, and we're going to put it right in the middle. So there should be 5 holes on this side and 5 holes on that side. Obviously, you can adjust that math based on the age of the students. Okay, and then once we have those big long yellow pieces, we're going to add our big yellow gear. Now, if your students have not built any projects with gears before, you can let them know that these are the teeth on the gears. You can also call them cogs, but I like to use the term teeth. And that gears, as long as they're the same size, any two gears can connect together. Okay? So we have our big yellow gear, and this gear, because it's going to be attached to our fixed axle, means that this gear can't spin. And that's a good thing. This is going to be called our stationary gear. Now we need our stationary gear because the other gears on the outside are going to be our moving gears. So these gears will be spinning, but in order to spin, we need this one to be fixed or stationary. Okay, so I'm going to take our red gear right here. I'm going to attach it to our gray axle, and then I'm going to put it actually on that side on one end of our red rectangle like this. Okay, so that's how that's going to look. And then on the other side, I'm going to use our blue gear. Okay, so this is an axle with a gear connected to it. This gear has students. Slide that down too. There we go. This is when I like to ask the students to make a prediction, okay, about who's going to spin faster, Sarah or Sam. So I go around the room, I have every student make their prediction, and then I give our amusement park ride a spin. They're both facing this way, so to tell which one's spinning faster, we're going to see which one does a full rotation and is facing that same direction again first. So I like to have the students, some of them look at Sam, I say, okay, you guys watch Sam really closely and give me a thumb up when he does his full rotation, and half the room you watch Sarah and give me a thumb up when she does a full rotation. And then I give it a spin. And Sam did the full rotation first. And then I like to take these off and show them that the blue gear, it's easier to see it like this, that the blue gear is going to spin faster than the red gear because the blue gear is smaller and has less teeth. The fastest gear combination is actually one big gear and one tiny gear. That is faster than one big gear and one medium gear, or even two big gears. So the fastest gear combination is one big gear and one small gear. And then I like to put Sam and Sarah back on. I like to give them some more spins. And they might notice that the cars are spinning, but they're not going really fast. They're not going as fast as the gears. And I like to ask them, do you think that there's a way we can make this ride spin even faster? Make Sam and Sarah spin even faster? And they say yes. And I like to show them that we can do that by attaching a lever like that. And there we go, like that. So the lever is going into. There we go. Now I'm going to make sure that they are firmly in their seats with their seatbelts on. Because first rule, we want to make sure our amusement park ride is safe, right? And that's why the attendants come by and check that you're wearing your seatbelt before the ride starts every time. Now they're both facing this way. Okay, let's see if this lever makes them spin faster. Oh yeah, that spins a lot faster. Okay, so just like this lever locked this green axle into place, when we have the lever going up into the red brick, it locks the lever into place with the red rectangle. So as the axle spins, the lever spins, and the car spins all at the same time. And then we can spin them around so fast, sometimes Sam or Sarah will even come flying off, which the students always love. I like to give them the challenge of seeing if they can make it spin so fast that one of their riders fly off. Okay. I like to give them some bonus challenges of seeing how it works if you swap out the gray gear or the gray axle for a green axle and making the ride taller. Okay, if they think that's going to make it spin faster, if they think it's going to make it less stable, if they think it's going to make it tip. Okay, they always like to make their rides taller, so that's a big plus for them. And if you have some really advanced engineers, then you can even give them a challenge to try to attach some wheels on the bottom so that their amusement park ride can drive around to different carnivals, a lot like how the ones at the Del Mar Fair can go from one town fair to the next. You can take this whole thing off. They can also make this taller, so they can add wheels. They can add gears like this. They want underneath it, or they can use the rubber wheels. Okay, and then the ride can roll as an extra layer of movement. Right, it's not going to be very balanced. It can tip, but it can roll as they spin, which they always love to do. Okay, and if they want to make their ride taller, an easy way to do that is you can add some support beams. So you can say, we're going to add 4 rectangles, and then another 4 These four on this side. These four on this side. Whew. Now our amusement park ride is super tall, even more dangerous. Okay. And then, if you would like to build a staircase that goes up to their super tall amusement park ride. Whew, there we go. Get that out of the way. Okay, we can build a staircase like this using rectangles. And if you're light on rectangles, then you can use some squares as well, like that. Boom. And now they can have a line of minifigures that come up and they wait for their turn on the awesome amusement park ride. Okay, I like to close the class by asking them what this piece is called right here. This is our lever. Most of them usually already know gears if they've been in our classes. If not, you can remind them about gears, what gears are called, but then you can also ask them what this one is called, the gear that doesn't move, and that is the stationary gear. Okay, those are the two terms that I like to try to have them remember. And you can tell them that the next time they go on an amusement park ride, that they can thank the engineers who worked really hard to make